Okay. We have nothing to play early, so we'll keep. If the opponent also does nothing, we get to play this fancy Key to the Archives. Or we could play Geist Channeler on Discover the Formula. That's also cool. Our Blood on the Snow with a 0 Snowland mana base. Looking real cool right now. Imagine if Geist Channeler could discount Key to the Archives. I would be so excited. Guess I'm probably supposed to play this on black here. So against a Kalane deck, how much do we want to discard Blood on the Snow to have a cheaper board wipe? Especially when hitting my 4th land at all is looking possibly scary. This is actually a pretty tough choice. Well, Blood on the Snow bringing back Geist Channeler actually is pretty good if we get up to 2 snow lands, but we need to get to 2 snow lands to make that happen. I guess in that sense, let's take Blood on the Snow and just hope we find 2 snow lands before I cast Blood on the Snow, and then we still get to Geist Channeler to the Discover Formula as well, right? What do you think about Assemble from Parts, the other black 1-drop from Alchemy? I have not looked into that yet. That's scary. I'm really glad I have a cheap Blood on the Snow suddenly. Huh. Okay, so let's bounce the Kalane, because I do want to try to hit my land drop next. And then let's pass, because I don't think the opponent is playing protection spells. And I would prefer my opponent to decide what they're going to play with the assumption that Halana and Elena were going to be in play. And then disappoint them when that's not the case. Single black, target creature card in your graveyard perpetually gains 3 and a black. Exile this card from your graveyard, shuffle it into your library, create a token that's a copy of it, except it's 4/4 black zombie creature token in addition to its other types. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay. We did this now. I guess I could wait for the Kalane trigger to resolve and then still in their main phase remove it. Probably was slightly better, but eh. I don't know exactly how Assemble from Parts differs from a 5-mana Reanimate, essentially, is where I'm kind of on that card. I lost 2 life. Right. Okay. So do I want to play this Blood on the Snow for no value other than removing my opponent's Florian before they get to activate that? Wait, this only gets to be played on that turn. I thought this drew a card. Wow, this is worse than I thought. It's not very exciting to play Key to the Archives here where I don't want to discard any of these cards, but playing this Blood on the Snow also isn't exciting. You know what, opponent? I'm going to wait on this Blood on the Snow. We're going to get this Demonic Tutor. We're going to put this Demonic Tutor in the graveyard. I'm sure we'll get a use out of it at some point. It's just going to chill there for Lier. It's Nexus of Reanimate. That's true. It does make the card better when you draw it again. I don't know. It feels like the kind of card that could have some cool busted combo, but I just don't know what that is. Ugh. That's rude. Decline. I would like to hit a land drop. Thank you, deck. Oh, I'm 1 snowland away from getting my creature back? Ah! Blood on the Snow is so close to being good here. So close! I don't think I can afford to not play Blood on the Snow this turn, though, right? Wait, do I have 2 Fading Hopes? No, I have 1 Fading Hope. But what if I cast Discover the Formula and hit a Fading Hope? It still wouldn't be good, would it? Boo. Pay with 1 snow mana. Lier and then Demonic Tutor for a snow land? It could be worse. Okay, Ghislaine isn't that scary. Eventually I'm gonna lose this land and be annoyed. But I don't think I don't think I'm gonna lose that land yet. Okay, land drop is cool. Lier is cool. We get to have Fading Hope and Infernal Grasp. That all seems very cool. Okay, so opponent has 1 card in hand. I have a Fading Hope and an Infernal Grasp, which feel pretty good even against a removal spell here. I go down to 6 if I Infernal Grasp Rahilda and then Fading Hope Lier in response to a removal spell. Need to make a Lier Snakeskin Veil deck. Oh, don't tempt me. Because that does sound quite tempting. Alright, I think I just Infernal Grasp Rahilda here. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe I'm just supposed to hold that in case they find a flyer. Was I supposed to cast Discover the Formula here? Nah, I just want more mana. Just keep giving me mana. That's all I need. So, Demonic Tutor, and for what? If I Demonic Tutor for Discover the Formula, then I can't Discover the Formula if I wind up casting Fading Hope. That doesn't sound great. I think I just don't Demonic Tutor here. I wish Demonic Tutor was a better card. Maybe if it cost less mana, it'd be playable. Howdy, Luna Knight, and thank you for the wishes. That warms my heart to hear. Okay, well, that's another Rahilda. Break expectations in Lier. Not the most terribly useful cards right now. Okay, we will end up sacrificing the Shipwreck Marsh at this point. Secret Restoration. Is that useful? No, probably not. Okay, I think at this point we Demonic Tutor. And the card I am most inclined to look for is, I think, Divide by Zero, probably. And then we just play our land drop for the turn and pass? Oh, wait, hold on. I should... I don't like casting something here, but I kind of don't want the Rahilda to be in play. I don't want to tap out to play Discover the Formula. I could just trade my Lier for Rahilda, and then play the Discover the Formula post-combat. Yeah, you know what, I'm probably okay with that. Take 1 damage from the Kalain in that case. No, I guess they can't really attack with Rahilda and Kalain because I can just Fading Hope the Rahilda and block the Kalain from their perspective. I still only have one Snowland in play. This is the most embarrassing Blood on the Snow ever. Alright. The objective for this stream is to get Blood on the Snow to ever bring anything back. Okay. Block. Play Discover the Formula. Trade with Rahilda. No fancy tap lands found. But I can play a lot of Break Expectations. Townraiser Tyrant. That's rude. They actually legitimately should take my Snow-Covered Island. That is the card I most don't want to lose right now. Okay. They play their final land to scry. Excellent. Take action, sack the Shipwreck Marsh. Ooh. Okay. Snow Basic. Wait, does this mean I get to do it? It's a real shame that Blood on the Snow goes by mana value instead of modified mana cost. Because if we got Lier to be cheap enough to be 2 mana and then could get it back with this Blood on the Snow, oh, that'd be good stuff. Anyway, play Lier. I think we just accomplished our mission. Play Blood on the Snow. What? Oh, I need to use the other black source, sure. Destroy all creatures. Pay with 2 snow. Get back Geist Channeler, make Discover the Formula cheaper. I think that's totally fine since I've got Discover the Formula. Full control Fading Hope on Lier? Yeah, maybe that is right. I was thinking I wanted to hold up Divide by 0, though. Otherwise I die to a 6-mana Hasty Dragon. Okay, what kind of card were you looking at, opponent? Oh yeah, get rid of that. I don't want to play against that. You tutor up some silly card that's good or something? Ugh. No Grizzled Huntmasters for you. What do you get instead that's kind of a piece of junk, opponent? Hopefully not a treasure chest, because that's annoyingly not as much of a piece of junk as I would like. A Millstone against the Lier deck. Very well. You may. Let's discover the formula and see what we get. We get a Lier. That sounds like it's probably good. We will play a Sorin so that we do not have to discard the hand size. We will make a Lifelinker flyer because Lifelink when I'm at 5 life sounds nice. Then we will turn it back to day. And this is probably where the opponent can safely concede. I wonder what percentage of the time Sorin the Mirthless just ends up being Lingering Souls for vampires. Because I kind of feel like I'm just going to -2 Sorin again immediately. It's very kind of the opponent to give me these blood tokens. I can actually do some pretty cool things with those. Like loot away these Break Expectations that I'm not terribly excited about. I'm going to keep one of them because I'm going to Break Expectations the Blood Vial Purveyor. A 5/6 seems annoying, but I can get rid of the other one. Actually, I'd probably rather get rid of Mythic Massacre, maybe? Probably rather do that, actually. I still have Divide by 0 to take advantage of the other Break Expectations. A land, sounds good. Break Expectations, get rid of that card we just bounced. What other silly things do you have off of my cards, opponent? How good are they? We get to play Geist Channeler to make another 1-mana Divide by 0. Then we can play Lier and have 3 mana open for dividing by 0. I'm satisfied with that, I think. And then probably just down-tick the Sorin. I just want more lifelinkers when I'm at low life like this. Opponent finds a weapon rack. Good for them. Geist Channeler. It's going to give me the choice of what to discount here, isn't it? I'll probably choose the spell that costs more than 1 mana. Technically, this choice does matter in case my opponent winds up playing a tax effect next turn. I might want to stack even more discounts on the already 1 mana divide by 0. But in this case, not how that's going to go.
You deal with this annoyance.
We play Lier. Okie dokie. Well, that was almost scary for a second, but the double blood on the snow did in fact actually get there. So this actually looks a lot like the list we were just talking about, except it doesn't go quite as hard as the other one on the Dragon's top end plan, and splashes for Halana and Alena off of Kalena instead. I'm not sure I love that, but I can see how, aside from the innate mana fixing problems, it's a more consistent aggro curve that's reliant on less specific synergies between various 2-card combinations. So how are we feeling about this version of the deck so far? Well, the deck still feels busted. I don't know that the Blood on the Snow and the Sorin are actually, like, worth anything, but the deck does still seem busted indeed. I continue to wish that Sorin and Key to the Archives were discountable by Geist Channeler, and if they were, I would be really happy with the list. As it stands, I'm only mostly very happy with the list. But, what you gonna do? Should we be boarding in Infernal Grasp or Disdainful Stroke? Disdainful Stroke is pretty nice against a deck that has Townraiser Tyrant, and probably nice against Halana and Alena. Should I be cutting break expectations against an aggro list? It does still interfere so much. But I guess Infernal Grasp and Disdainful Stroke aren't, like, expensive cards. So it's not like we're dramatically increasing our mana curve or anything here. We're still staying pretty inexpensive. And once again, we have the option to Geist Channeler Blood on the Snow, which would be great if I had basics! Turn 2 Geist Channeler, turn 4 Blood on the Snow, get back Geist Channeler does actually sound like a legitimately strong curve. It's just not very easy to do, huh? This time around, I think I still have to do the Blood on the Snow, though. No, I think I gotta go with Discover the Formula. I don't have enough resources to get up to 6 mana to cast these Discover the Formulas otherwise. I think I just have to rely on Infernal Grasp and Discover the Formula to be enough answers to creatures that are in play. Yeah, Townraiser Tyrant's annoying. I'm gonna have to take a lot of damage off of that. Geist Channeler at least blocks Kalane. Decline to sack the Shipwreck Marsh. Sorin, I didn't need a 4-drop. Get rid of Townraiser Tyrant. I don't want to Infernal Grasp on their turn because it technically means they have the opportunity to play Florian into a land. I don't know if Florian can play lands, actually. So maybe my fear is Florian into a 1-drop? Which isn't particularly likely. I don't think they're playing many 1-drops. Okay, Stormseeker gets to attack through a 1/3. That's not fun. I pretty desperately need to hit an untap land here, or I'm in a lot of trouble. Thank you, untap land, and thank you for being a snow land. Now, would I rather play Discover the Formula or Sorin? I'm in a lot of trouble whatever dragon they play next turn because of Stormseeker. Discover the Formula could hit me an untap land, could get me Blood on the Snow off of an untap land on top of the deck. I'm going to eventually lose a land to life total. Florian can hit lands. That's good to hear. So that is completely correct to Infernal Grasp at sorcery speed then. I think we play the Sorin in the down tick, and I'm going to be really disappointed when they find some meaningful card to give haste with Reckless Stormseeker. But Sorin can also technically hit lands, which I probably don't want to do. But, I don't know. Maybe them having to attack Sorin at least is a form of life gain. Okay, Prosperous Innkeeper is not very scary. It does make the next creature they play bigger with the treasure token, though. Florian is a 4/4 first striker that can be made into a 5-power first striker, but we get to block that with Geist Channeler. So this actually isn't a terribly devastating attack here. They can't kill Sorin. Yeah, I'm just gonna chump block Florian. Can't really... I was really hoping for a land drop so that I could just reliably discover the formula into Blood on the Snow and downtick Sorin in the meantime. Instead, I think I have to play Discover the Formula first, because if this hits a tap land, it does. Cool. And we have a bunch of cheap Blood on the Snows now. So I can Blood on the Snow next turn. I just downtick Sorin for the creatures to block with. I am going to have to pay more life to Shipwreck Marsh, which is painful. But this is still salvageable. Best case scenario, I think we hit an untapped... best case scenario, next turn we draw a snow land so that I can get back Geist Channeler to discount Discover the Formula. Infernal Grasp hurts. So if I block Florian, I'm preventing 4 damage. If I block Reckless Stormseeker, I'm preventing 5 damage. So Stormseeker is the block. I'm really happy they didn't attack with the Kalain or the Innkeeper. Specifically because my lifelinking creature dies with the first strike damage from Florian. Means that blocking Florian prevents the 4 damage that it does, but blocking Reckless Stormseeker prevents that 3 damage and gains 2 life. Okay, so I go to 5 and then Blood on the Snow. And my opponent has cards in hand, which is scary. Grizzle Huntmaster, which is not cards in hand. Please don't go Tutor a Goldspan Dragon. They're gonna go Tutor a Goldspan Dragon. Okay, most of the haste threats only do 4 damage. Oh, I really need to draw an untapped land, huh? Well, an untapped land in one of the next 2 turns, anyway. Okay, so decline to sacrifice this. Divide by 0 hurts. Okay. We Blood on the Snow. Destroy all creatures. I don't get to make Divide by 0 cost 1 mana, which I really want to do. Oh, okay. Did they tutor Reckless Stormseeker instead? Well, that's better. Let's see. I can't really... I could Divide by 0 Reckless Stormseeker and get... Gain 2 life? Get a land? Do I have a 1 mana spell in my graveyard? No. Would take 3, go to 1? Is that better than just playing Lier and hoping the opponent doesn't get another creature? I don't think it is. So I think we're doing Divide by 0, go get Environmental Sciences. Sacrifice the Shipwreck Marsh. Top deck of Fading Hope. Okay. That's actually pretty excellent. So we get a snow-covered island, which leaves us kind of awkwardly set with this Blood on the Snow. But having this Fading Hope this turn is a pretty big deal, and also means that we get to go Lier into Fading Hope next turn. That's actually just very good. Yeah, we only have 1 black source, which is a problem. Or we don't only have 1 black source, and that's not a problem at all. What were you talking about? We were just obviously going to top deck the perfect best card possible. When do we ever not? Okay, so we get to get rid of their giant hexproof Avabra Caretaker that was going to be very scary. We get to make our Discover the Formula cheaper, and we still have Fading Hope. Reckless Stormseeker. I imagine I'm probably supposed to Fading Hope something, but what? Do I Fading Hope the Reckless Stormseeker now? So that I don't lose my Geist Channeler? Or do I Fading Hope the Reckless Stormseeker at the end of combat? Or rather, at the end of turn, so that they don't get to spend the 3 mana they have efficiently. I think I want to prevent my opponent from using their mana efficiently, which I think means just chump blocking with Geist Channeler this turn. I could also Fading Hope the Channeler, but I don't think that's mana efficient enough in this spot, and I don't think that leaving my opponent with a Reckless Stormseeker on board is a good idea. I do just want more lands, I think, so we will happily keep the Snow-Covered Swamp on top. We can actually, the next time we flash back one of these Blood on the Snows, get back our Sorin, which seems kind of super cool. Okay, pass here. I could Environmental Sciences there and hold up Fading Hope as an answer to a flying hasty creature. I wonder if I was supposed to do that. I held up Divide by 0 instead, but I'm not actually convinced that was correct. I guess I'm holding up Discover the Formula, which is very strong. And their Reckless Stormseeker can't attack into a 3/4 Lier anyway. Oh, are they going to do nothing? Oh, I'm super excited to just cast Discover the Formula if my opponent's doing nothing. Okay. We get to make our land drop. Actually, I should probably environmental sciences and... No, I gotta discover the formula here, right? Alright, Dry Disruption. So if I play 3 mana, discover the formula, then 3 mana, discover the formula. Well, okay, we're gonna Sorcery Speed 1, discover the formula, because that makes our Geist Channeler into a ritual here. And then we get to have a 2 mana discover the formula. I don't know if that's actually beneficial in any way. But we did turn it back into day, which makes the Reckless Stormseeker a lot weaker. So maybe that's good enough? And if they don't do anything, then I get to play a 3 mana discover the formula? We're getting pretty close to this Key to the Archive costing 0 mana. Alright. You know what? Blood on the Snow actually looked really good in both of those games. So do we call this a victory? I feel like we might actually be able to call this a victory.